threw away the outlet pass. So Paige is left all alone, and she's got 4 of Columbia's 6. Yeah, they have 3 of the top 10 shot blockers in the Big East. 2 are available today, and Wyatt puts it through for the first basket for St. John's. It took him nearly 4 minutes. A product of South Shore High School. Fell drop off the outlet, stops, pops, and banks it in, and Columbia's the first to double figures. Broom puts up the 3 and connects. Mia, her magic continues and carries over from Ithaca, and St. John's has seen enough. The Red Storm want to talk things over, trailing 13-2 in the early goings of this one. Lions off to the races. Simmons to Weiss, in and out. Paige the strong offensive board, and they'll play catch. Paige has 6 points, instead gives it up to Aaron Uha, who just comes off the bench and provides a lift for the Lions. They work it inside, and the turnaround jumper is up and in for Abies, and a much-needed basket for St. John's. One of the senior leaders of this team, along with Raffew, who she gives it up to, and banks it in. Ring it up from downtown. The second trifecta for Columbia, and they are widening this lead to 14.
Forward-to-forward pass and a bank shot.
Paige comes up with the steal to tie her head coach. Can't finish. Simmons is there to clean it up, and it is a Columbia avalanche on both ends. Little with 5. She's going to have to put it up from straight away, and buries it. Ariel Little, the sophomore from Brooklyn, finally ends the lengthy scoring drought for St. John's.
Well, Tartamella is saying, hey, we're dodging bullets.
Well, they're also trying to dodge Perry Page around the rim unsuccessfully, as Page is now up to 8, and she'll have a chance to complete a 3-point play. Now, we just talked about Simmons has yet to make a 3 this season, and that's why she gives it up to Raffew. Simmons now is going to put up the triple and connect, but they're going to say it was a 2. Her foot was on the line. So she'll get credit for a bucket, but the drought remains. The unfriendly basketball gods there. And Simmons gets her hand on the loose ball and lays it in. So an unconventional 4-point play for Nazi Simmons. Defense and offense and everything in between. And it is a 21-point lead. And you can see even she knows it was a long 2 and not a 3. Simmons playing volleyball with herself. It's all Columbia in the first round to the WBIT. The St. John's team averaging 62.5 points per game, stuck on 12, and you can give them 14 as Wyatt has back-to-back baskets. Simmons not wasting any time, dumps it off to Paige, and with the left hand, Perry gets in double figures. She's got 11. And she's made a tremendous recovery. She had a wrist injury she suffered at Miami last season as Wyatt blocks Weiss and loses her shoe. So they'll play on here as Wyatt is out of the play and watches Simmons glide in for the layup. I wouldn't expect anything less. Backdoor cut by Weiss. Paige threads the needle and gives Weiss her 200th made field goal for the first time in a season here at Columbia. Here's Weiss. Caught in the corner. The extra pass to Broom. She's hit 1 triple and give her another. Mia with an exclamation point to end the second quarter. 9 points for her in the first 2 quarters. And it is a 42-18 lead for Columbia here at the break, as Weiss somehow got out of the double team and Feldrapa facilitates, and Broom again showcasing the long range. 11 on the shot clock. Weiss fires and drops it through. Weiss is starting to heat up. She's got 11, and Columbia has a 30-point advantage. St. John's just 8 of 26 from the field, and there is their 9th make, thanks to Grant, who gets on the board for the first time after missing her first 4 shots. And that 3 will not fall for more. It's a 2-on-1 break. Broom behind the back to Feldrapa, and Mia showing off yet again. Megan Griffith was asked about Mia Broom's play as St. John's calls a timeout this week. how excited she is about the future. She says, hold on a minute, I was excited the day she arrived on campus, and here's why. Broome, a little flavor, fell drop of the flare, and Columbia up by 32. Feldrapa bounces it to Weiss, and as the shot clock winds down, Riley gets to 15 points, and she is now in the top 5 of Columbia's all-time scoring list. It is an 8-0 run for the Lions in the last 4 minutes, and the scoring drought is up to 5.5. Weiss takes it away from Grant, stops, pops, and lays it in. Riley leading the charge, 17 points and counting. 12 seconds on the shot clock out of the timeout. Weiss, the Euro step and the scoop shot. 19 points for Riley, who has been smooth sailing since the opening tip. Weiss looking to get over 20. Give it to her. Weiss with her third tray. 22 points for the Ivy League Player of the Year. As the final seconds will tick away. Columbia does indeed roll New York City. Their 9th straight win against the team that calls one of the 5 boroughs home, and a 12-2 mark against Big East foes under Megan Griffith as they led from start to finish in this one. It is on to round 2 of the WBIT with a dominant 74-26 victory over St. John's.